Hey everybody, Eddie here. Um, Doing a video today of a recipe that goes back. I think a lot of people have made it. You put basically tomatoes, ground beef, elbow macaroni, cheese, onions, whatever you want to throw in there, and put it all together. And people have different names for it, but I think the most common name is sort of like a beefaroni. So we're going to try something else different today. You've seen the ingredients we have. We're using ground pork. So what I figured I'll do is I'm experimenting again. So I'm going to cook the pork with sausage spices. That's why there's so many spices out. So I'm going to put them in the grinder, and I'm going to grind them all together. Then when I'm sauteing the pork, I'm going to put the spices in, and then we'll continue on with the recipe. So yeah, it shouldn't take very long. So I'm going to do the spices first, and I'm going to start out with the fennel seeds. And these ingredients are for a pound. So we got a pound of pork, so half a teaspoon of fennel seeds, basil, half a teaspoon, oregano, onion, garlic powder, it said 1/8 of a teaspoon of pepper. I'm gonna do. That's good. Half a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to pass on the paprika and the parsley. That'll do it for that. Let me put this stuff away. I'll get right back to you. Okay, let's start on this main deal here. Here's what we're working with. Pork, market ground, $3.94. 1.13 pounds. So medium. Yeah, I had the idea of doing this when we were in the store. So let's get the pasta going. Alright, so while you're doing that, what you also want to do is start cutting up your onion. You got to cut up the onion, then we have to cut up the cheese. Okay, I'm going to put some of the seasoning in. I put in half of that. Turn it off for now. Show it to you. A lot of juice in there. Look at that. Yeah. Get another one. I don't even mess with those. Okay. Turn them back up again. Medium. Put our onions in. Get that salt in. Okay, we're boiling. Want 8 ounces of elbows. Right on the money. Really pays to measure it out. Okay. I used to put a full box in, but I found that it was too dry with the amount of tomatoes that I use. So I cut the amount of pasta by half, and it's perfect. So, yeah, half a box. About 4 servings. Alright, spoon. Alexa, set timer for 8 minutes.
8 minutes, starting now.
Okay, while you got that stuff going, I'm going to cook your cheese. I got that all drained. Your paper towel. Ground pepper. A little bit of salt. Remember, you're going to have all those tomatoes in there too. All right, now the tomatoes. What you want to do, you want to open them up and drain them right into the pan pot. With the tomatoes, and you're going to give a rough cut in the can. Alright, put this back on the burner. Alexa, stop. Okay, rest of your tomatoes in there. Any ones you missed, break them up a little bit. Okay. We just let that cook a little bit. Get this pasta off of here. Get that drained. Now as that cooks, it's going to form more liquid. Just keep pressing it down in there. Because you're going to layer the cheese on top in the liquid. Oh yes, it's going to be good. Now the pasta. All right, now you can see the liquid coming up. Now what you want to do is just put your cheese around the top. Just gonna let that melt in there. Okay. All right. Okay, now we just gotta let that cheese melt. Stir it all together. We'll add our milk to it. We use about a 1/4 cup of milk or so. And then after that's all heated through, then we put the pasta in. Stir that up. And I have my own technique. I stir it up and while the burner's on, and I just turn it off and put the lid on, just let it cool down by itself on the hot stove as it's cooling. So, but yeah, so let that cheese melt, and we'll get back to you in a few minutes. Okay, we're back. Cheese is starting to melt, so we're gonna give it a stir. Yeah, I'd start out with a 1/4 cup. All right, put the lid back on it. We'll just let that cook for a few minutes, and yeah. We'll be eating pretty soon. So I'll check back with you. Yeah, all that cheese is getting yellow, all the yellow. It's mixing with the tomatoes. Okay. All right. Now they'll be stuck together, so work it a little bit just to break them up before you put them in. That way they're mix better. Yeah, it makes a nice pot of food for the, especially for the winter time. You guys up north, you might really appreciate this meal. Again, I push everything down into the liquid. Nice and cheesy. We're going to get it up to speed a little bit here. Get it bubbling. And like I said, we're going to turn it off and let it cool down naturally. Oh, this stuff is so good. I hope it's good with the pork. First time for that. We'll spill it. It's good. Mmm. Oh my God, is that good? Really good. Okay. It's really starting to heat up now. Okay. Get it to about like that. Got it bubbling pretty good. Take your stove, turn it off. Put this lid on it. Just let it cool down by itself. All right, we'll be back to you, and we'll give it another taste test. All right, see you in a little bit. Okay, I think we're about ready to finish this thing off. That looks good. Okay. Yeah, you want to stir it once more before you serve it. And it's still really hot, so all right, let's get a bowl. Get our serving spoon. Okay, here we go. Now, I don't put a lot of salt in it compared to, you see me put salt in it, but it's really not a lot compared to what the pot size is, and the pasta and all that. But I don't use a lot for one reason, well, a couple of reasons, but the other reason is I like to add cheese to it. And the cheese brings it up to a salt level that's just right for me, that I enjoy. I think it's very tasty enough. So. Now remember, I put all those other spices in the pork. Yeah, so that's it. Very simple, very good. I love it. Now, like I said, I used pork this time. The only reason I used pork was because, hey, $4. You know, what can you go wrong? But it was a little experiment, but I'm telling you, it really turned out good. So if you got a good deal on pork sausage where you're at, grab it and try this, you know. And, you know, do whatever spices that appeal to you, that you would think would be in sausage, that your favorite sausage is. And, yeah, so Yeah, and the tomatoes, I always use those Tudorussos, and I cut them up in the can with the knife. So. So hot. Your nose. Yep. Oh. If you're a bread dunker, it's good. So, oh yeah, that really tastes it nice. And those spices would go good if, like I said, I use pork. You can use turkey. The preferred is the ground beef, but you know, this price is, you know, too much for me. I don't need that price for the good. This is just as good. So listen, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe and like. I appreciate everything. I see we're at 65, and there's our cheese we're using. So, very good. All right then. So, over here, one last look. Yeah, see all the juice you got. Now that juice won't last. The pasta will absorb it. So, but it'll stay moist enough. You can freeze this. I just, the next day, I'll just be nuking it on the paper plate and enjoying it. So, all right then. If you like the video, subscribe and like, and I'll see you all later. All right? Yeah. All right. Good night.